Please make sure that the space you're going to do your yoga in is free from any hazards that you could trip or fall over or bump into. Stay hydrated, wear clothes that you can move in easily. And if you have any questions about exercise that you should or shouldn't do, please contact your physician. Thanks so much and have a lovely class.
Have fun, Dee. Thank you, Amanda. Welcome, yogis. Good morning. Good morning. Did you know that as we lie in bed at night, our blood pressure drops? There is less of it circulating in the body. And then we wake up stiff. So what is our remedy? Yoga stretches. So that's what we're going to do today. Some wonderful yoga stretches. I did bring my belt today. Let me get my belt. I'm going to give you a minute. If you have a belt or a strap or even a tie, your husband's necktie, go and get it quickly while I get my strap. Come back and we'll begin. I have my yoga belt. Put it aside for when we use it. Are you ready? Come to sit comfortably, chair, on the mat, whatever's good for you this morning. Close your eyes. Don't drop your chin, just lower your eyelids. Close your eyes. Rest your palm. Take a moment to scan your body. I usually like to start at the top of the head and work slowly down through the torso, down into the feet. Just recognizing where I'm tight, where I feel spacious and open, where I might be a little stiff. Let's bring our attention now to our breathing, allowing the breath to find its own rhythm, its own pace. When the body becomes still, the mind will become quiet. And the breath will be smooth and even. Think of your intention for coming to class this morning. Keep that intention in your mind as you go through this morning's asana practice. Full deep breath into the nose, exhaling out through the nose. Begin to slowly open your eyes. Well, good morning. So let's just start with a little stretch. I'm going to slide slightly forward, plant my feet firmly down. Spine is nice and long. And I'm just going to raise the arms over my head. Just reach up. I'm spreading my fingers. I'm pushing into my sit bones to stabilize my spine. I'm going to stretch to one side, stretch to the other. Oh, it feels so good. Stretching a little more. Breathing deeply. And release your hands down. Now I want you to imagine that you have a paintbrush. And you're going to take that paintbrush and you're going to place it at the back of your head. So you have to drop your chin to your chest in order to do that. So the paintbrush is facing up towards the ceiling. And the idea is start to engage the cervical, the neck vertebrae, gently. And so as you tilt your chin down, place that imaginary paintbrush on the back of your head. Begin to draw those little circles on the ceiling. And you begin to notice all the vertebrae, the neck bones engaging. Starting with a small diameter and gently working up to a larger diameter. Now let's change direction of the circle. And then slowly lift your head back to neutral. Extension position. Good. Little movement through the neck. Now, we're going to extend the arms forward. Palms are parallel with the earth. Shoulders are relaxed, but nice and broad. I'm squeezing together. And I curl the fingers into a tight fist. And then I'm going to draw those fists into my chest. And I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then I'm going to snap the arms out, opening the fingers in. Again, draw it in, inhale, feel that energy, snap it out. Draw it in, snap it out. Draw it in, snap it out. Draw it in, snap it out. Shake out the wrists, the hands, the arms. Very nice. Now, let's bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, and then draw the arms over your head. Bring the palms slightly back, a little arch in your spine. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And then start to lower the arms. And as you do, press your spine away from your hands. Press the spine away from the palms. Don't hunch your shoulders. Drop the shoulders. And hollow out the center of your body. And squeeze your belly button to the back of your spine. Press into your feet. Rise up again, or your sit bones. Deep breath in. A little bit of an arch. Inhaling. And then exhaling and rounding. Drop your chin to your chest. And inhale. Lift up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Release your hands, sit nice and tall. Now let's take a little lateral stretch, but we're going to keep the hands on the legs. And think of shifting the waist to your right, my right, your left. And then the rib cage. And then the shoulders. And then the head. Remember, try not to lift this sit bone off the mat. Press down firmly. Stabilize your spine. And just feel the upper body relax. Easy. Those feet pressing down, keep the sit bones firmly on the mat or the chair. Start to roll back up. Now the other side. So think again, if you're shifting your waist, your rib cage, your shoulders, your head, your neck, firmly pressing into your left sit bone, my right. Slowly come back up. I'm going to slide my forearms forward, so I'm resting my forearms on my thighs. My wrists are extended and relaxed. And I'm just going to press my chest forward, take a breath in, round my back, and forward, and round. Come forward and round. Palms on the thighs, push into the thighs with your arms straight. Now I'm going to open my legs wider than hip width apart. If you're sitting on the mat, you can come into your cobbler's pose by bringing the soles. Then I'm going to reach my hand down to the center of my leg. I'm going to press firmly down. I'm going to hold the edge of the chair, but if you're on the mat, you're pressing that hand down. And I'm going to lift the opposite arm up. Raising up with that hand. Simple little twist. Not a big one. Reaching, breathing, and release. Let's go off to the other side. So place that hand your right, and rise up. And come back down. Take your feet together. Pull your shoulders up and down. Alternate. Press them back and forward and down. Alternate. Back to center. We're going to come into transition to hands and knees. If you're using the mat, you're going to come to all fours, hands. Using the chair, you're going to use the chair for your hands. I'm going to take it over to the side. Keep the chairs facing me. Unless you're very tall, then you can have the back of the chair. I'm going to plant my hands, spread my fingers, just step slightly away from the mat so that I have a little good movement here. So, and I'm just going to take my leg closer to my right left lady, and I'm going to extend it behind me. I'm looking forward. Taking a deep breath in. And then I'm going to begin to bend the knee, draw it in towards my belly, round my upper back, chin to chest. Take the leg behind you, deep breath in, and bring the leg in. Take it behind you, inhale, and exhale. Take that extension once more, hold it, and if you'd like to try balancing this morning, opposite arm comes up. Face is in, thumb up. Press firmly down in the supporting arm, or you can keep both hands down, or maybe just extend the arm. Many options. Whatever works for you this morning is fine. We're going to hold that, working on our balance, taking some deep breaths, and release. Let's change legs. Extend the opposite leg behind you. Take a full deep breath in, lengthen from the heel to the crown of your head. Bend the knee, remember, round your upper back, chin to chest. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Take it behind you and hold. Time for balancing. Remember, find your stability. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Looking down towards the earth helps you maintain stability. When you look away from the earth, it's a little more challenging. Again, whatever works for you. And release. We're going to extend the first leg behind us again. There we go. This time I'm going to bend the knee. Maybe I'll take a few pumps for my glutes. But if you want to try balancing, or maybe reaching behind you. Now notice that I take the foot over to the hand, but that's not going to help me with my balance. I want to bring the leg back over, line it up with the hip, flex the foot, push down into the supporting arm, long deep breath. And release. Whatever you're doing today is fine. This might be perfect for you. This might be where you want to go. You might want to add on, get a little action, firing up those glutes. And then working again on your balance. Remember, don't bring the leg over to the hand, maybe just define the foot, but bring it back over to the right side. Opening that shoulder. And release. Let's come into our child's pose. If you're on the mat, sink your hips to your heels, sink your chest to your thighs. In the chair. 1, 2, 3. Your attention back to your breath. And slowly rise back up. So now Now we're going to work with our strap. I put my strap aside, get your strap. If you're on the mat, you're going to lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet up towards the heel. So you're in this little position. And then you're going to take that belt, lifting the right leg, taking the belt to the sole of the foot, and extending the leg in the air. And I start to draw the foot and the toes towards your forehead. Now this is your first stretch for the back of the hamstrings, the back of the thigh. So go easy this morning, pressing the heel strongly to the sky. If you decide that you're using the chair, same thing again. Take that leg up. Hold it firmly with both hands. Relax your shoulders back and down. I like to get my elbows close to my waist. So that gives me good support on that leg. And I'm just drawing it. Now I'm going to move it out to the side. So I'm taking the tie in both hands, stabilizing my body so that I can plant that free hand on the mat or the seat of the chair. And I like to roll to the outer edge of the foot, the leg that's on the floor, so that I can extend the straight leg out to the side. All the weight doesn't go with that leg. Keeping the elbow firmly close to the torso. Foot is flexed, pressing through the heel. I'm going to come back to center, change hands, and guide the leg across my body. If you're lying on the mat, you can always straighten out that other leg onto the mat. Across. Bring it back. Hold that belt in both hands. Lift that leg again. And release. We're going to change legs, of course. I'm just going to face the camera. Change my legs so you can see again in the view. Wrapping the tie around the sole of the foot. Taking the elbow close to my waist. Shoulders down, chest. Now go out to the side. Firmly hold the tie in both hands. Start to guide the leg out, especially if you're lying down. Roll to the outer edge of that foot to stabilize the hips. Everything is going to go with that straight leg. Stretch. Come back to center. We're going to go across the body, change hands. Across the body. Remember, if you're lying on the mat, you can straighten out that leg along the floor. Elbow close to your rib cage, your waist. Back to center. Firmly hold the tie in both hands. Elbows close to your waist. Lift that leg a little higher. And breathe. Nice. Now, take the first leg again. Take the tie around the ball of the foot. Hold both ends of the tie or the belt in both hands. One-handed, sorry. Then begin to bend the knee and draw that thigh and knee to your armpit. Happy baby. And release. Do the same thing with the other leg. Take the belt, hold it in both hands, bring it in towards that armpit. And release. I'm going to set the tie aside. We will use it again. Just set that tie aside for now. We come into our little number 4 posture. So I'm going to lift my right leg, your left. Place the outer edge of the ankle on top of the thigh. Allow that hip to open, the thigh. I'm sitting tall, pressing my sit bones firmly down. Already I can feel something in that hip the outside of those hips. And then I'm going to tilt my body forward with a flat back, and I'm going to increase that stretch. Keep that foot flexed. Nice deep breath. Don't run away from it. Remember, go to your edge, relax into it. The longer the hold, the more the stretch. Deepen your breathing. When you deepen the breath, you deepen the stretch. I'm going to release. I'm going to hug that knee into my chest. Good. If you're on the mat, basically the same type of stretch. Left outer ankle, thigh. I'm going to thread my hands behind the right leg. Wind back down, drawing that thigh in. That increases that stretch. Some people like to straighten that leg out into the air. Increasing the stretch. The thigh of the bent leg is pushing away from my rib cage. The thigh of the straight leg is drawing in towards my rib cage. Release. Uncross. Knees to chest. Hands to shins. Rock side to side. On the mat. Apanasana in the chair. Apanasana. Great. So back to hands and knees. Over. Get your chair up. Pull downward facing dog. Another one of my favorite stretches. Adho Mukha Savasana. Spread those fingers. Nice wide dog, at least hip width apart, even wider maybe for some of you. Begin to walk away from the chair. Begin to move your hips back toward your heels. I like to start with those bent knees to get my hips way, way back. Stretch my spine. Rolling my shoulders open. Pressing my chest to my thighs, head down. And then gently straightening one knee and then the other. And hold. Bent, straight. Looking to your hands, easing your knees, lunging or walking in carefully. Plant your feet and slowly come up to stand. So I'm just going to set the chair aside for now. Coming to our Tadasana this morning. The mat, our posture pose, aligning the body, planting the feet firmly down, distributing the weight evenly between one side and the other, thumbs slightly forward so shoulders are open, chest is broad, crown of the head reaching up. Yes. Now, we're going to go back to the belt or tie. So take your belt, take your tie. I'm going to hold it a little wider than I am. So I want my arms a little wider, nice and tight. And then I'm going to raise the arms. Press the feet down, raise the arms into the air. Take a deep breath in. Stretch your spine. Reach up. Keep those shoulders moving down. And slowly lower down. Don't be in a hurry. Move with your breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Twisting through the shoulders, the head and the neck. Look up at your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs together. more. Come to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the other side. Shoulders move down the back. And back to center. Let's take a little lateral stretch. So I'm going to ease to one side. Maybe push my hips away, maybe not. Rise back up. I'm going to ease to the other side. And up. And I'm going to relax the shoulders and lower the arms down. Up. Press down, come chest level, and take a twist. Chest level. Go a little further maybe. Back to center. And go off to the other side. And back to center. And raise the arms over your head. Now we're going to lower the arms behind the back. So you might have to slide your hands even wider to get them back without bending your elbows if possible. Or you may be okay, just a little wider than hips. And you're just going to lower your arms behind you. And lift the arms up. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down. Now roll in a little bit. Make the movement closer to your body. And just lift the arms. And lower. And lift. And lower. Maybe you need it even wider. Lift. And lower. Lift them up and begin to come into a forward bend. Bring the arms forward. Little ragdoll arms. Relax your head and neck. Nod your head front to back. Side to side. And slowly roll back up. Okay. Set the tie aside once more. Come back to Tadasana. Inhale the arms over the shoulders. Active mountain, reaching up. And exhale, float the arms back to your side. So let's extend the arms out to shoulder height. Bending the elbows. We've got a little goalpost arms. Draw them together, palms face in. Palms face out as you open. Squeeze them together. Open them up. Squeeze them together. Open. Now eagle arm. Right elbow underneath the left. One wrap. Wrists and forearms, 2 wraps if you wish, 1 or 2. And then elevate the arms. Bend the knees and tilt the forearms forward, opening and expanding the upper back. Breathe into your back body. And uncurl the arms. Shake it out. Arms up. Elbows bent, goalpost arms. Take them together. Open, expand. Want to open the chest. Together. And open. Left underneath right, 1 wrap or 2. Elevate your elbows. Bend your knees. Tilt your forearms. Again, feel the upper back area, mid back area expanding. And then uncurl and press back. Shuffle. Now take your hands to your hips. We're going to work the lower body. Very simply. I want you to lift and spread the toes on your right foot. Lift and spread the toes on your right, or my right and your left, whatever works. And begin to soften the left knee. I'm going to bend it a little bit. Now we're going to cross the left knee over right. This helps to tone the thighs and helps with your balance. Bending those knees, pressing the hips back. And uncross. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So lift and spread the toes on the left foot. Shift the weight to that leg. Your right maybe. Bend the knee, right knee, your left. Cross it over. Squeeze those inner thighs. Helps you with your balance. Some of you like to wrap that foot behind the shin area. You can do that. That really works the thighs. And uncross. Now, goal post arms. Wrap right elbow underneath the left. 1 or 2 wraps. Spread the toes on your right foot. Bend the left knee. Cross it over. Sink your hips back. Sink your chest forward. Press your forearms down. If you want to wrap that foot behind, wrap it behind, squeezing those thighs. Whatever works. Take some deep breaths in. Now it's all about your core. You have to strengthen, use the core of your body, the center of your body. That's helped you with the balance and helps with the pose. Eagle pose. And then unfurl and release. Arms up. Goal pose. Left underneath right, 1 or 2 reps. Shift the weight to the left foot. Cross the right over. Squeeze those inner thighs. Focus on your fingertips. Pressing the forearms forward. Find the balance in the core, center of your body. Wrap the foot if you wish. Squeeze those thighs. Work on your balance. And uncurl. And release. So let's take the arms out to shoulder height again. This time, bend the elbows, let the fingers touch. We're going to come into Pasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged, standing forward fold with a twist. So as I extend the arms out, I'm going to extend the legs nice and wide. I'm going to take the hands to my hips. Now, press firmly and evenly from the outside to the inside of your feet, firmly and evenly. Hands around the hips, and slowly begin to hinge forward from your hips, not your waist, from your hips. So we're just going to come halfway down. It's like we're testing the waters this morning. Noticing how the backs of the thighs feel. They should feel open and spacious and long after that work with the tie at belt. And then we're going to slowly come back up. We're going to add our twist. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. Hinge forward at the hips. Coming down. Releasing the hands. Okay. I'm going to reach my right over to my left outer shin. And I'm going to turn and twist my body. Release. Come back to center, hands to hips, and rise back up. Now, if you're not going all the way down onto the mat with your hands, you're using your chair. So we're in our wide-legged stance. Once more, hands are on the hips, feet firmly and equally pressing down, hinging at the hips, planting the hands on the chair or on the floor. Left hand is going to reach across to your right shin. I'm going to come towards you again, reach across. I'm going to hold my thigh because I'm not going to the floor, and then I'm going to open up. Release. Ease your hands onto your hips and slowly come back. Heel and toe your feet back together. and come back to Tadasana. Take a breath in and take a breath out. We're going to work on side angle pose this morning. Starting in Tadasana, arms up, elbows bent, fingers touch. Stepping out to the side again, wide-legged stance. I'm going to my left, maybe it's your right, opening that leg 90 degrees, bending the knee, a bit of warrior two, and then shifting forward. Now, I can rest the hand on the thigh, or if you want to go deeper, I can rest the forearm on the thigh. And then that arm, free arm, is going to come down, and it's going to hover over my top ear. So open, roll that chest open, side angle pose. And rise back up, turn that foot in, turn my right or your left out 90 degrees, bending the knee for warrior two, shifting forward, hand or forearm, the arm comes down, don't let the shoulder hang out here. If you need to keep the arm low, below your head, take it behind your back. Or extend it over your head. Right arm stretch. Yay. Take the feet parallel. Heel and toe your feet back together. Sweep the arms around and over your head. And relax the arms down to your side. Little forward fold this morning, Uttanasana. Those of you that can hinge forward and go all the way down to the mat, or maybe use the block with your hands, do so. Those of you that are using the chair this morning, feet are hip width apart, hands are on our hips, shoulders back, chest lifted, hinging at your hips, come forward, chin to chest. Alternate, bending one knee and then the other. We're going to come to a lunge. So if you are on the mat, you're going to step your right foot behind you. I'm going to make sure that the shin is right up to the chair so that I can take my right leg back behind me. Pressing the foot down. Coming up onto my fingertips, maybe this is comfortable for me, maybe this is my stability, or my dance for today, or maybe the arms can come up into the air. Either way. Slowly release. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So step front foot to back foot, ease your knees, press your hips back, lengthen your spine, chest towards your thighs, shoulders open and extend externally. And then you're just going to change legs. So if you need to go onto your knees to the mat and then step the opposite leg forward, or if you can lunge from downward dog, step that opposite leg forward. Stretch. Again, I'm going to come onto my fingertips. This might be the balance that I need to do today. Or maybe the arms can come up into the air. Breath in. And lower down. Come back to downward facing dog. Remember, I bend the knees, I press my booty back, I press my chest to my thighs, my head is relaxed, fingers are spread, shoulders are rolling open. Long, deep breaths. And then eventually pushing into those heels, maybe the legs will straighten, inner thighs will strongly kick back. Yay. And then come to child's pose. So if you are working on the mat, lower your knees all the way down. The mat, sit in the chair, come into your child's pose. Slowly rise back up. a seated position. If you're on the mat, sit to the side, swing your legs around to the front, and come into a cross-legged Sukhasana easy pose. Now, if you're on the mat, we're going to do a little twist. So you're going to draw your right knee in and extend your left leg out. That twist. Opposite hand is going to come around. Now, if you're sitting on the floor, you're going to hug that shin with your elbow. In the chair, you're just going to hold on to it. And then you're going to take right hand behind you to support your spine and rotate and twist. And release. We're going to change legs. Again, if you are sitting on the mat, you're just changing legs. You're wrapping elbow around the shin, taking the hand behind you, and twisting. Come back to center. Come into your cobbler's pose and bow forward. Move forward, fold. On the chair, knees wide. Roll back up. On the mat, come into a cross-legged position. Have right ankle in front of left ankle. We're not going to cross legs in the chair. We're going to turn to our right leg, maybe your left, and you're going to bow over that leg. Roll back up. You're going to turn to the opposite leg. Deep breath in. Bow over. Change ankle cross if you're on the mat. And bow over that leg. Slowly roll back up. We're going to work with our tie or our belt again. So take your tie, take your belt, have it on your lap. So I'm going to open up that shoulder a little more. Extend that arm over your head, bend the elbow, take your hand to that elbow, and that shoulder. Compare sides. Opposite arm, elbow bends. And release. Now, I'm going to take the tie, hold it about mid-length. I'm going to bring that arm over my head, bend the elbow so the tie is just drifting down my back. That leaves the three arms come out. I'm going to roll the shoulder following you. I'm going to sweep it back, bend the elbow. I'm going to grip the lower part of the tie, that hand, the bottom hand. I'm going to start to move the arms back and forth, up and down, loosening that shoulder a little bit. Then I'm going to claw, bring the hands together as close as I can. Press the bottom hand firmly into the chest so where I'm not rounded, but I'm opening the chest and the heart. Cow pose, Gomukhasana, or grip, gripping. Take a breath in and begin to slowly bow forward. That helps to draw the bottom arm further up the back. Rise back up and release. Oh, intense. So I'm going to take a little massage. The bicep, side. Okay. Now we're going to chant. So I have the tie. Take it in the opposite arm. Bring it over my head. Bend the elbow. Let the tie just on the belt drip down my back. Free arm comes out. Remember, roll the shoulder forward so the palm faces behind you. Press the arm back. Bend the elbow. Reach around and grip the tie in both hands. Now don't walk your hands together quite yet. You want to move like you're trying to dry your back with a towel. Up and down. Get those shoulders moving. Then walk your hands as close together as you can. And press the bottom hand into your heart rib cage. Open your heart. Yay. And come forward. And remember, as you do, maybe you're going to let the top arm encourage the bottom arm to slide up the back a little bit. Ooh, intense, intense, intense. Don't go beyond your edge. And rise back up and release. Massage. Bicep and tricep. Awesome. Great. Try it again. We're sitting on the mat. We're going to extend one leg forward. Before you do, I want you to bend the knee, reach down, take that tie around the ball of the foot, hold the tie in both hands. And if you're on the mat, you can roll the outer thigh, just open the leg. And the chair, just keep it here. I've got that gripping the tie. I've got my elbows bent close to my waist. And I'm going to extend, hinging at the hips with a flat back, coming forward. And maybe walking my hands closer to the foot. But don't let your shoulders climb up into your ears. You want to let your spine lengthen. You gaze at the top of your knee. Maybe think that your forehead is going to slowly come down to that knee. Maybe it'll never come down. That's okay. Our intention. That's our intention. Slowly straighten. Changing legs, remove the tie. Loop the tie around the ball of the opposite foot. Extend that leg. Hold the tie firmly, bend the elbows. Breath. Tall spine. Remember on the mat. Lift. Hinge from your hips. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Long flat back, gazing at that knee or shin. Maybe walking your hands forward without climbing your shoulders to your ears. Slowly rise up. Obvious, both legs. Start with your knees bent. Keep that tie around both feet. Straighten. You can keep them knees flexed if you need to. Tall spine. Hinge forward. Paschimottanasana. Slowly rise back up. Remove the tie. Set it aside. Sukhasana. So we're going to cross, if you're on the mat, cross right ankle in front of left ankle. We're going to take an easy twist. I'm just going to open my knees and feet out of the mat. So I'm twisting to my left, holding the back edge of the chair with the back hand, opposite hand to opposite knee, revolving. Coming back to center, changing the ankle cross, right over left, turning, taking the back hand to the back of the chair or beside my hip if I'm on the mat, opposite hand to knee, and revolving. And back to center, lying on my back with my knees bent and my feet on the floor if I'm on the mat, or sitting in the chair, planting my feet, hands beside the hips, coming up into bridge pose, so push into your feet if you're lying down, lift your pelvis and hips. If you're on the chair, just press into your hands, press your pelvis forward, press your chest forward. Lower your spine or relax your spine. Apanasana, knees to chest if you're lying, or chest to knees if you're seated, and rock from side to side. Slowly release your feet from that and prepare for relaxation. So if you are wearing glasses, I would suggest you remove the glasses just like when you sleep. Sit comfortably in your chairs, plant your feet down, rest the backs of your hands on your legs. Straighten out one leg, straighten out the other if you're lying down. Draw your legs together, press your feet firmly into the earth, press your legs firmly down, and then relax. Open your feet. You're on the mat, let your feet drop out to the side, legs open. Hands, if you're on the mat, rest alongside your hips and not on your thighs. Let your chin rest and roll gently side to side. Bring your head back to center, aligning nose with chin, aligning chin with breath. Think of your intention, whatever you chose at the beginning of the class. May it help you guide you through this morning's practice. Bring your awareness to your breathing. With each inhalation, allow all the muscles and all the cells to absorb all the benefits, physically and emotionally. With each exhalation, let go of all tiredness, tightness, negativity. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Be in So when you are at home, I suggest you take a minimum of 5 minutes. When you're ready to come out, start to move slowly, fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles, rolling head side to side. Taking a full body stretch, and over your shoulders. And lower your hands back to your side. You're lying down, then one knee at a time, placing the feet on the floor. And you're ready, rolling onto your side. Full fetal position, hanging out there for a bit. And then slowly transitioning from lying to sitting, hands to your heart center. Namaste. Now, not every day can be a good day, but you can find something good, one thing good every day. Thank you for joining me here at the Milford Senior Center. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.